My purpose with you today is to help you to understand why and how evolution is really all about orthodontics evolved. It really is. There's so many things that evolution can do today, so many things that we can do with your practice management system that began with our quest to do one thing and to do it exceptionally well, help you be able to start treatment. That was a singular focus of what evolution is all about. We know that that's the most important element of your practice, that without this, nothing else happens. Certainly doesn't happen with consistency. For us to be able to help you start treatment, we have to understand why it is that people even start treatment to begin with. Once we understood that central concept, then it was fairly simple to build everything else around that central concept. And that really is the idea that your team has to focus on one thing: connecting with people, because it's that relationship that eventually creates the smiles that you're really after. Whether it's smiles in the outside community of putting smiles on people's faces that they didn't previously have, that's the entire process of what orthodontics is all about. Or whether it's the smiles that happen on your team members' faces because now they're really able to focus on this, the thing that they really want to focus on, the thing that they're actually there with, which is helping people. They're really able to focus on that rather than to have to focus on all of the other things that previously we used to do by hand, that now evolution is doing for you. So when we think about what those things are, all of these different types of things happen just because evolution is there. So for example, new patients being able to schedule their appointments online. Now I realize that's not a new concept, but I'll tell you what is a new concept: this happening within the system itself. Because once it happens internally within evolution, in other words, everything is combined. So your marketing team wants to track how many people are scheduling online and where they're actually coming from. Yeah, you can do that in evolution. You want to have different links for different things. You can do that in evolution. Evolution provides you an opportunity here that nobody else does. Same thing with reschedules. We know that the reschedule rate is between 5 and 10% of appointments on any schedule on any particular day. So if you know that going in, why not have a process whereby that can be handled not by your team, but by the people who are wanting to reschedule? Very rarely in orthodontics does your team actually talk somebody out of rescheduling, unless it's pushing out quite a long ways. But you know what? You can do that with evolution as well. New patient paperwork, all inside of evolution, and this is integrated. In other words, when they fill out the forms, it goes right into evolution. Not just a PDF form, it just is there. Everything that you need to be able to start that engagement. And we've got some innovative things built into that beginning of the engagement process that are designed to do one thing: help you be able to start treatment. That's really what it's all about. Personal and professional follow-up being done inside of evolution. In other words, you start a person on treatment, you want them to get some follow-up messages as to here's what it's going to feel like to start treatment, here's what it's going to feel like if you have this happen, here's what you do if this happens. All of that is done in evolution automatically. Just by the change of the status, evolution knows, oh, we're supposed to send out these messages, and is going to do that seamlessly. But you know what? In evolution, it doesn't matter where in the treatment process you're at. If they get real near debond and you want to send them messages to get excited about that process, evolution's got that handled as well. And then finally, financial management. You think about all of the time your financial coordinator spends in running reports and building reports to do certain things, to be able to catch collections and what's happening at 30, 60, 90 days and all of those things in between. Evolution's actually doing that for you. Evolution is taking all of the busy work that people used to have to do and is automating that process to make it as seamless and to make it as effective as possible. So yes, these are just some of the many advantages that evolution has to offer. Evolution really is all about connecting things, connecting people so that you get smiles. Your team smiles. And when your team smiles, that brings smiles to everybody that you serve. Thank you, and we really hope to show you evolution.